Hello folks. A week or so ago I reviewed the Casio F91, which is a very utilitarian watch by any standards. But Casio make a dressier version of this watch, and I've got an interesting story from last year. At a gala event called the Ballon d'Or, I'm certain I pronounced that incorrectly, a guy called Karim Benzema wore a £435,000 Richard Mille watch, but he got slaughtered in the internet style wars by a guy called Robert Lewandowski wearing a gold-plated Casio. So let's have a look and see what they have to offer. £435,000 versus £58, actually a bit less. Let's do the dimensions first. The diagonal is 38mm, it's 35.5mm wide, and it's just over 38mm from lug to lug. The watch is 10.16mm thick. The lug width is 18mm, tapering down to 15mm at the clasp. This type is your sliding adjuster, so there's no links to be taken out here. The bracelet itself is folded steel links, not solid links, and the end links are folded as well. Let's look at the weight and pop it on the scales. Yep, comes in at a very lightweight 48 grams. These, like all Casios, are available for much less than list price. If you have a look here, this is how much it was being advertised in a retail store, a well-known chain here in the United Kingdom. But that price reflects the fact this store is notorious for having really deep discount sales every once in a while. So there's no clarity on whether this is that price that they actually hope to get for it most of the time, or whether this just gives them an opportunity to make a heavy reduction. I turned instead to a well-known auction site online where I was able to get the watch for a very much more reasonable price. Now that is not without its caveats, however. I've had the watch for a number of months now, but you can see here that the finishing on the back of the bracelet, which was originally a very thin coating of the same sort of gold finish that's on the rest of it, has come away to a dreadful degree. Also, the finishing on the back of the bracelet, very poor, with quite deep scoring in the, well, so-called brushing. I had doubts about the authenticity, but luckily there is a check. Hold in the right hand button for 3 seconds and the word Casio appears. Also, on the back of the case, the 4 screws that hold the case back in place have a very distinctive design. Another check are the screws that hold the case back in place. Casio uses a very distinctive type of screw, which is a sort of combi of a slot-headed screw and a Phillips head. The low price and lack of branded packaging, which I received my watch with, suggests to me that I don't think this is a replica watch. I don't think that this is a fake in any way. I think that this is one that failed factory quality control and somehow found itself on the market. I think the watch looks fantastic though, but for an authentic yet cheap Casio experience, I would stick with an F91 or go for one of the more expensive watches that doesn't have a gold painted plastic body. I'll leave you with this shot of the electroluminescence. Until the next one, bye bye for now.